All right, we are recording. So welcome to the team call, everyone. So excited to have you here. I asked everybody as you get on, just type in the chat where you're zooming in from so Lisa can see from Arizona where you guys are all zooming in from. We've got some recognition that we're going to be doing after Lisa is through. That way, if she needs to hop off and get to the next thing, she can do so. And then we're going to be celebrating some recognition at the end. But I want to introduce you to Lisa Cabellas. She is just amazing. I actually met her early on when I first started with IsaGenX. And didn't you have a stint at my last company, Lisa, if I remember correctly?
I did. I think I may have even been somewhere down on your team. Yeah.
Oh my God. Isn't that crazy?
I love how paths cross again with a great company, right?
So great. I remember meeting you at an event and you told me that, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so great. So I believe, is this your current title, Senior Community Relations Coordinator?
Yes.
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 Awesome. Awesome.
Yep.
So she is partnered with IsaFoundation, and she's going to share a little bit about that with you guys tonight. What I wanted to share with you are two quotes. And this has been a huge part of my journey in direct selling and network marketing, and really growing myself as a leader, growing myself honestly as a person. And so many of you guys hear me talk about, probably you're rolling your eyes behind my back, talking about the importance of personal development. And it really sets apart people who grow and are very successful in the business and people who aren't. And I know when people are struggling, I can ask a few questions, and my advice is almost always, what can you do to work on you? What personal development can you do? What books can you read? What podcasts can you listen to that you can work on you? So I have two quotes that I wanted to share with you before we get started. The first one is about ego. When we operate from ego, we are generally obsessed with right and wrong, blame and shame. We are not acting from a loving place, but a judgmental place. We are not acting from a place of how can I serve or how can I give, rather what do I get and how do I look? And I think ego is a big thing. When we come into IsaGenX, it's like trying to figure out, we want to have goals, right? And we want to grow our business, but we really want to come from a place of serving. And that's something that so many of you guys, like I'm preaching to the choir here, looking at all your beautiful faces. So many of you guys get this, and you have that servant's heart. And I always tell people, we can teach you network marketing skills. We can teach you about the compensation plan. We can teach you how to show up on social media. But boy, it's hard to teach someone to go from being someone that struggles with ego to service. And the best way to do it is to just get into service. So the second quote I wanted to share is a Tony Robbins quote. And it says, only those who have learned the power of sincere and selfless contribution experience life's deepest joy and true fulfillment. And I just can't think of another way to demonstrate this, but by bringing Lisa on. And you guys got to hear from PK Smith just last week, and you know, his work that he does. And there's so many great causes and so many, you know, wonderful things. But one of my whys in my business was to grow my income so that I could say yes to anything. If someone needed money for a donation or a contribution, or I wanted to do something that was near and dear to my heart, that I could just say yes. I didn't have to worry about it, that, you know, tithing would be a no-brainer, and, you know, it would just be something that would be easy for me to do. And if I wanted to do more than that, I could. And I can't tell you the fulfillment that you get out of it and the blessings that come from it. And so Lisa, thank you so much, because you epitomize everything I'm talking about, and your work is really precious. So I just would love for you to share with everyone, you know, what you do and a little bit about the foundation.
Yeah, I would love to. Just a quick introduction for myself, and then I have some slides to share too, so I'll share my screen here in a minute. But I've been with IsaGenX for about 7.5 years, and I feel really, really blessed and lucky that I have, you know, in my opinion, the best position in IsaGenX, although I'm sure you guys all feel the same. But I get to manage and drive all of our charitable efforts as a company. And it's really exciting because it's at the core of our owners and executives in our company, at the core of their values as well. If you don't know about our IsaFoundation, it started just 2 years ago. So if you've been with Isagenix longer than that, maybe you knew that we have this IsaFoundation, but our foundation is really, the purpose of it is so that we can align our contributions as a company with our values as the company. So we give to organizations that are focused on healthy nutrition for underserved children, wellness education, disaster relief, and the pursuit of racial equality. So those are values that are very highly cherished by Isagenix. And those are the organizations that we want to fund. So I'm not actually able to share my screen. I don't know, Cindy, if I can do that. If not, I can just keep talking, but I'd love to share some visuals too. We have a great video on IsaFoundation.net is where you can find resources about the ISA Foundation. Hold on, let me see. No. I think you're sharing your screen, Cindy. We'll figure this out. There we go. There we go.
Okay, I was like, what am I doing wrong?
No.
I did want to mention something. We have a team member, John Stankiewicz, who wrote a book, and he actually gave some of his proceeds to the foundation. So I just think that's so cool. And I know Kathy Coover's putting all of her donations from her book back into the foundation. So it's just such a blessing. Can you share? Are you good?
Yes, I can, and I will. Hold on one second. I got to get back to there. Give me 1 second. I'll get there. All right. All right. So I'm just going to share this quick video, and then I'll go into a little bit more about the foundation and some of the stories.
The ISA Foundation stands on 4 pillars of funding. The first is healthy nutrition for underserved children. The second is wellness education for all. The third is aid for those recovering from natural disasters. And the fourth is the pursuit of racial equality. The project our partners have implemented bring together one or more of these pillars. Through them, we've helped provide over 5 million healthy meals for children and families around the world. We've offered over 30,000 educational events and served over 225,000 people.
In 2018, we started the foundation, and we're just getting this thing off the ground. And to be able to now show the impact that this foundation is making and where these dollars are going, that's what we're really excited about. Imagine if, 600,000 customers were to donate $1 to the ISA Foundation. That would be, $600,000 every single month going into this foundation. What I've found is that when I'm volunteering my time, sure, my intention is to go make an impact in the community. But the people that you're actually serving, I've found they have a bigger impact on me.
All right, so there is just a little introduction to the ISA Foundation. And again, these are the pillars that we focus on: this healthy nutrition, wellness education, disaster relief, and the pursuit of racial equality. And like I said before, these particular pillars were chosen because they're really at the core of what Isagenix is all about as well. And we wanted to align our contribution with what our company really holds dear and what we know our customers really are passionate about. And one of the great things about a charitable organization that is aligned with a big corporation like Isagenix is that Isagenix really covers all of the administrative costs. So all of those costs that other nonprofits have that they have to cover somehow, usually they take funding out of the donations they receive. And there's actually no government standard as far as what's allowed, the percentage taken out to cover administrative costs. So the nice thing about being aligned with Isagenix is that none of the donations to our IsaFoundation are used to cover those costs. So 100% of the funds that all of our customers and associates donate to this organization go directly to projects. And that's how we're able to do things like in just 2 years, fund 5 million healthy meals and serve 225,000 people. It's truly because Isagenix is extremely generous and covers all of that administrative work. So that I can't stress that enough because truly that's something we look at when we partner with organizations and we look for projects that we are going to drive in local communities. We look for that in them. Is, you know, organizations that don't have a big staff or are taking funding to go towards salaries. That way the dollars are truly benefiting the people that we're serving. And I wanted to just share a couple of quick stories. One of them is we have an amazing partner that does work they do work in the United States, but they also do work in Kenya. And there's an area in Kenya where it's very, very remote. If you can see that picture in the middle, those are the homes that people live in. You can see the ground, it's very desert, so not a lot grows there in that region. And so part of our service there is providing meals and really investing in that community so that we can provide a resource to help raise up a generation of children whose needs are met so that they can actually focus on education. So these two boys in the picture on the left, they basically were sent away from their home because their mother couldn't feed them. And they were wandering and they had heard that there was an organization that was sending out food. And so they happened upon a village that we serve. And if you see the picture on the right-hand side, that's them now. We have been we sent them a box of food to send back to their family. So not only are we feeding the children there, but we're feeding the family. And that picture in the middle is their home. And so our health officer there monitors them and other children like them to make sure that if their weight falls below, they send extra food. But these children were not going to school previously because their mom had to spend all of her time and energy looking for food. And now that they have a stable food source, the children were able to go to school, and our funding help provided as well an opportunity for them to go to school. So that's one story. And then I'm going to actually stop sharing my screen because there was one more I wanted to share. I don't even have pictures yet because we just did it this weekend, but I was part of a project where we sent water filters to a Hopi reservation here in Arizona. Their water is extremely polluted. And so all the people on the reservation can't drink it. So
one snack.
That's okay. Well, there we go. Thank you. And so we were able to provide over 300 water filters to make sure that the families have healthy food. And we're also sending some of our ISA kids smoothies to be distributed through the school there as well. But that's just an example of a few of the projects that we support. And we have projects all over the United States and in other countries as well.
So, and it's so amazing. And I know I want to get on a mission trip whenever we can start traveling again. I know you've done one trip so far. So hopefully 2021, are you guys hoping that might be?
Yeah. Cross your fingers. We actually had 4 scheduled this year. So we have, amazing partners that are ready and willing to bring our groups to really be hands-on. But that was part of our big goal with the foundation, is to give people opportunities to be very connected to where their funding goes. Yeah.
Well, cool.
And
So let us know when they're on the calendar. And I bet we could rally some troops. We've got a lot of people that, you know, really do want to serve and help as much as we can. So will you share with everybody how they can contribute? Because a lot of people are brand new and don't even know how.
great. Well, I don't want to discount the value of giving small, because the majority of the donations that we get every month are $1 or $5 donations on people's lifestyle rewards order. So next time you go to make a change or an update in your monthly auto ship order, I would encourage you to add a donation. You do have to log in on a computer though, and do it through your back office as opposed to using an app. Apple has restrictions with businesses tying donations to things, but if you log in through the back office, you can add it onto your auto ship or your lifestyle rewards, and you know, just pick an amount that you feel comfortable with. And the whole purpose of this foundation is for it to be your foundation as well. I mean, it is so much more than just corporate supporting things, because really about 90% of the donations come from our customers and our leaders and associates. And you don't have to be a big giver to be part of it. Like I said, the majority of our donations are really people who are just giving a little bit every single month. And, you know, when, like Eric said, when thousands of people are giving a little bit every month, it adds up. And it really helps us invest in projects that are really meaningful and really close to those who are in need. And I'm sure you can appreciate the need is not decreasing right now. It is growing exponentially. So any little bit that you can give is going to help, because there are probably more people affected by food restrictions during COVID than people who are even affected by the disease directly. Especially in other countries, there's been a huge need for food. So
every dollar counts, you guys. So that's awesome.
Right.
And then the last thing I want you to share is how, can you just explain the application process? So I know I have a friend that's now applied. So can you just kind of explain that in case they have a perfect person to apply for a scholarship?
Yes, definitely. So yeah, the way we select organizations, we have a competitive application process for nonprofit organizations. They do need to be a 501c3 registered nonprofit. And then we have an online portal through our website. It's available twice a year. So it will be available in March. And I would say if you have an organization that you really love in your local area that you feel aligns really well with these values, I'm going to put the email address for the IsaFoundation in the chat so that you guys have it. And that would be a great way to, in the meantime, you can connect me with the organization, and you know, we can do a Zoom call with everybody and talk about the projects they're funding, and you know, help prepare them for an application process in March.
That's awesome. Well, awesome. I hope you guys learned a little bit about the foundation. Lisa, anything else you want to say before we close this segment?
Well, I just want to say thank you to you for inviting me. I mean, you have been an extremely generous supporter of the IsaFoundation over the years. And I know that, you know, leaders like you who are so inspired to give have team members who are the same. So I just really appreciate the opportunity to share, and hope to see you all at a live event sometime in the near future, so that you can learn more and get involved. But I put that email address in the chat. So if people are interested in, maybe you want to volunteer and give some time hands-on and you're looking for an organization to do that with, you could reach out to me as well, and I can help connect you with a worthy organization.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. And I really thank you for what you're doing for Isagenix. I think this is such a beautiful thing. I loved partnering with Make-A-Wish for all those years. It was, that was a wonderful thing to be a part of. But this, I think, is so much more personal because, you know, we could have a team member actually you know, like what I'm doing right now, if my person actually gets money from the foundation, how cool that we contributed towards that. So yeah, it's just wonderful. Thank you so much for your service.
Thank you.
All right. And you're welcome to stay on, Lisa, for sure. But if you need to go, I totally appreciate that as well. Awesome. Thank you. Mwah. All right, you guys. So we have a little bit of recognition I want to end with and a couple shares. We had a very big promotion last week on our team, another brand new Crystal executive, and that is Miranda Gibbs. And you guys have heard from her a little bit already. Brand new. She did this in under 6 months. And I just asked if she would just share a little bit because they had quite a big week last week. So Miranda, first of all, congratulations, girlfriend. We're so excited for you.
Thank you so much. It's like a dream still. It's crazy.
This is
So
happening.
yeah, my team last week, what was that?
Go ahead. I said it's happened awful quick, but it's so, so exciting. Yeah, go ahead. Share about your team last
Yeah, so quick. So last week we had 5 rank advancements, 1 executive, 1 crystal manager, and 3 crystal consultants. We had 28 enrollments total. And I have to give a shout out to Val. She has been a huge help with helping my downline. She's just amazing. So I've personally enrolled since I started May 4th. I've personally enrolled 61 and I have 264 people on my team. Yeah. So
That's
we're
amazing.
working on getting them consultants to managers now. So.
All right. So 61 people. And I know I didn't ask you this to prepare for this, but like how many do you think you had to talk to or send messages to or communicate with, reach out to get 61 to say yes? Like, would you say you had several hundred conversations?
No, honestly, they all reached out to me and we just had a short conversation and I was like sending cards like left and right.
And first of all, I think you're one of the most coachable people I've met. You know, I know Val you would ask her questions and she would tell you how to respond to people reaching out, and you were so incredibly coachable. But you're clearly doing something right because you're not just enrolling people. You're rank advancing them to consultant and then some. And people are fired up and excited. So are you just sharing with people right out of the gates when you enroll them about the business and about sharing and getting their products paid for? Is that kind of your strategy?
I mean, I think it's the right people at the right time. I don't know. But yeah, I sometimes I do, but I found that doesn't work as much. Like, hey, if you start loving it, you know, I can show you how to get your products paid for. That doesn't work as good as, you know, a couple weeks in, they're loving it. And I'm like, hey, you know, if you're going to order next month, you might as well eat for free, share with others. That's a win-win. So.
And then do you help people with their first posts? Because you have a lot of people that do really good posting.
Yeah, but I find that that's getting more and more challenging because I have to think of my own posts and then I'm thinking of everyone else's posts and I have to be different. So I enjoy it and I won't stop doing it. But yeah, a lot of them are on their own now. I mean, they still reach out to me, you know, for help, but other than that,
And then you created a brand new crystal manager as well last week. And then didn't you have someone in your organization that enrolled 6 people yesterday?
7.
7. Jeez. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, we are so proud of you. You had absolutely no experience coming into this with network marketing, correct?
Yeah, if you would have told me 5 months ago, I would have been like, what's network marketing? So this is crazy.
And then I know I asked you this earlier, but there's a lot of new and different people on the call. You know, just speak a little bit about what has the extra income meant for your family. I know you have a full-time job that you have a good salary from that, but this has just been a little side gig for you. So share a little bit about that.
Yeah, so like I never pictured having that time freedom, but now like it's on my vision board, you know, and I truly believe that if I keep working like I am, I'm going to be able to quit my full-time job, because right now I'm making as much as, my salary. I mean, well, like weekly, so it's just crazy. I'm able to, like, every time I get paid my salary position, I'm able to keep that in the bank, and I don't touch it. Every 2 weeks I don't touch it. So I'm banking all that up.
So then my last question, when's your goal to do that? When do you think you'll be able to walk away? I know your boss is on the phone, so I'm sorry to put you out like that.
I think she'll be done before me, but I told her that my goal, I would love to be done by summer, like when my son gets off school. So
that's awesome. Well, congratulations. And I think one of, and actually I'm going to ask Val to share a couple of things too. Why we think you're so successful is because you're so authentic. You are just yourself. You don't try to be someone else. You're just true to who you are. And I think you do such a great job following up with people, mentoring people. I'm in her group chat, you guys. She invites everybody into a Facebook chat. It's not even a group. And then that's where she does her IsaPulse recognition. If someone enrolls, she'll say, oh, congratulations, Jess, on your enrollment. And then everybody just pipes in, and it just is so exciting. I can't even keep up with it. I mean, looking at it once a day, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So Miranda, I'm just so happy for you. I'm so proud of you and so happy for you.
Thank you. So I just have to say real quick that if Whitney Beers can do it, I can do it. So that's my mindset.
And you have even reached out to people like that. So awesome. So proud of you. Absolutely. And that's what you guys need to do, is let other people inspire, be inspired by other people's success. If you're looking at what Miranda just did and think, gosh, I've been doing this for a lot longer than 6 months and I'm not even close to executive, let what she's done inspire you, because absolutely it's possible. So Val, if you can unmute, you're still Cindy Walter, Val, but if you can unmute and just share.
I logged in and logged out 2 times, so I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Just share a little bit about working with Miranda and what this has all been like for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, it has been great. Like, I mean, I have other people on my team that are absolutely amazing, and they've been with me for the long haul, and they've been wonderful, and they're growing, and I love seeing what they're doing, and they're equally as coachable. And so, I just want to say that too. But Miranda, it has been a real joy just to watch her. And I think what she has is she doesn't think twice about it. Like, she goes for it. So not only is she authentic, but she is just assertive, and not in an obnoxious way at all. But like, when you talked about, and you showed that video about that 20 seconds or 30 seconds of fear or courage, like, that is her. She doesn't even think. She just, she doesn't think of what it would do if she said this or she didn't do it or whatever. She's just like, I'm going to just do this, and so I think she doesn't realize it, but she really does have a big why. And we've been doing this for so long that we hear that, and we are constantly asked, what's your why? What's your why? She has it like in here. She just didn't know what it was called. So, I mean, she just loves people. She loves her kids. They're so important to her. And so that's why it's working for her. So it's been great watching her.
She said a lot of people are reaching out to her. Why do you think that's happening? Is it because her posts are so great? Should everybody be, going and checking out what she's posting? Tell me why you feel like so many people are reaching out to her.
I think her posts are great. And it's not, again, because like she said, she doesn't come in with any experience. She hasn't taken any like social media classes. I think she gets up in the morning, and whatever she's thinking or feeling, that's what she posts. And then she finds a picture to go with it. And throughout the day, if something comes up, she just posts it, So I think like we could all take a lesson from that. Like, it's almost like sometimes we say when you hear that, or you feel the nudge from God to say something or reach out to people. Like, I think she does that with her business as well. It's just like, you know what? I think I'm supposed to post this today, so she does.
And she had a heck of a health transformation too.
Right, right.
So she, what was it, 40 pounds, I think?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she'd be the first to tell you that it was her inside gut health that means more to her than losing that weight.
Right, and she's been very vocal about that. So, well, I'm happy for all of you guys. I didn't forget anyone, did I, in all that? Jess was the big enroller, and Brittany Myers, rank advanced to manager. All right, that's awesome. And I think Jackie's on, and I don't know if Jackie can unmute, but I also wanted to celebrate Jackie Proctor because she hit 2-star, and didn't she just get paid out on that? Was it today or last week, Val?
It was last week.
There you are.
I'm unmuting. Sorry. I'm getting the kids ready for bed. And yeah, I had one come home from basketball. So it's been a day.
Okay, well, I wanted to congratulate you for that as well. And I know we were waiting for it to show up and be official online, Jackie, but you have been so consistent and steady with your business for so long. And I know Miranda's also on your team. So all of this has been, huge for you as well. But it has been such fun for me to see your hard work. You're not giving up, your consistency paying off like this. And I just wanted to congratulate you and see if there's anything you'd like to share tonight to inspire everyone.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I would say just never give up, keep pushing, because getting paid as executive has had so many benefits. I can't even verbalize it. The week that I hit 2 stars started out on a Monday with a referral who ordered a value pack. And when somebody orders a value pack, you're like, I got to double that. And I got another value pack that week. So it just really motivates you. In fact, tonight my husband had to take my son's truck to go get fixed. And I'm sitting there in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know where I'm at. And I get this notification that I got a customer referral. And I'm like, oh my gosh, and the seasonal shakes are coming tomorrow. And somebody just enrolled and it has really, really been worth all the hard work and effort that it takes. It's not easy, but it is incredibly worth it. If you're looking beyond, I want to get my orders paid for, go for it.
Yeah, and I'm just so thankful because you have worked so hard and you really deserve this. And when Val was saying she had other people on her team, you guys, she's talking about Jackie Proctor and what Jackie has brought to the table. She's here in my local area and just always shows up, huge heart, and I just adore you. And I'm so, so happy for you and all the success you're having, Jackie.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Cindy.
You're so welcome. All right, guys. So in closing, I hope this has fired you up. Last week was great. We had the free shipping special, so that really helped with getting some people enrolled. But this week we have a new seasonal catalog. So what you guys should be doing is getting messages out to all of your people that you have enrolled. Deep down, look in your team. If you have some people that have maybe fallen off, maybe some consultants have fallen off, reach down, send messages to their people if they're still ordering. You never know what you might find by simply sending out messages that these new products are coming. People are always so fired up. I've tried the dairy-free banana bread. It is amazing for all of you dairy-free people out there, amazing. And I've heard the mocha is also absolutely crazy amazing. So make sure you're doing that. Touch base with all of your fence sitters. Those of you that are really trying to increase your enrollments, touch base with your fence sitters because they might want to get started so they can add some of these seasonal products to their order, and that might help your enrollments this week. Look at your people that you have personally enrolled and see if anybody might be able to rank advance this week. Maybe someone's never had a 5-cycle bonus and this is going to be the week they can hit a 5-cycle bonus, maybe 10-cycle bonus. So really dig deep and look, spend time, stay up a little bit later tonight, get your messages out, you guys. You won't regret it. And if you stick with this long enough and you are consistent and you show up and you lose the ego and you have a heart of service, guys, I promise you, you will have the results that you want. and you will be so totally fulfilled with what you're doing that people are gonna just come to you because they're gonna want what you have. It's that powerful. So I love you guys. Congratulations to everyone that rank advanced. I know there was a lot of consultants as well, and we're proud of every single consultant and rank advancement that we had. Miranda, we can't wait to see what's next for you. Just so excited to have another executive on board, and hope to see a lot more of you guys getting to executive, joining our mastermind group, and really, you know, taking your business to the next level. And I hope tonight was helpful. I'm so glad that you were here to hear from Lisa. And I hope IsaFoundation is something that you'll think about. Even $1 a month in your lifestyle rewards could make a massive, massive difference, especially with all that's going on in our world right now. So love you guys. Have a great week.